Hey Hatchlings, it's DragonFeather and welcome back to our channel. On today's episode, I wanted to share with you guys what's in my travel altar. So this right here is my travel altar. It used to not be this big, but this is just kind of like, what is it called? Like a hideaway book or like something like that, because it opens right here and it's like a little box inside. So I was gonna go over everything with you guys that I have in my travel altar and why I kind of have it, and maybe give you guys ideas of what you want to put in your travel altar. So the first thing that we have on the top is this little tray. Now this is a little tray that I use to like mix up herbs together, like do spell work, because it's just like nice and neat little tray. So this is pretty handy to have, and it's a decent size too, so I really like this. And it I don't know what symbol that is. Oh my gosh. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. There's like two hummingbirds that are like courting each other, and they just like flew right in my face, and that really scared the shit out of me, so gotta like let it go, okay. It really scared me. But yeah, so this is like a tray for mixing herbs and stuff like that, as well as just like working, kind of like a working tray. So the next thing I have in here are some candles. I just have 3 tea lights in here. One of them's not burnt, but the other 2 are used. Keep these with me to light for usually the god, goddess, and spirit, but I will occasionally use them for other things too. They're just like pretty much on the go candles, and sometimes I will use tea lights for like mini spells, because I like using tea lights for spells because they burn pretty quickly and they're pretty cheap and easy to find, and most people have them, so awesomeness. So the next thing I have in my travel altar is a lighter. It's just a fairy lighter that I use for lighting the candles, or if I'm smoking herbs within a ritual, I will consume that way. I also use it for burning spells, burning paper, really whatever the ritual calls for. So it's always nice and handy to have some fire on you. So the next thing I have is this little mini tarot deck. This tarot deck right now isn't necessarily complete. I'm actually working on making my own, so I have painted this one. But I've decided that I'm gonna actually paint over the entirety of the card, because normally they look like this and they have like borders. But I'm gonna like completely paint all of them myself, and I'm like working on designs too, so it's kind of an art project, and I keep it in my travel altar because I intend to do travel tarot with it, because it's the perfect size and it fits in here really nicely, and it's also a pretty good size to just keep with you on the go, so that's why I keep it in my travel altar. The next thing I have in my travel altar is this little bag here, and this little bag is just a little bag of chakra stones, or chakra crystals. So all these right here, see? All of these are inside here, and this is just for on-the-go healing. These are pretty nice crystals. The only thing that's weird is that the chakra order, it doesn't go red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, clear. It goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, clear, purple, which I've never really seen the chakras that way, but they have the symbols on them, so they're kind of like supposed to be designated for that. And the reason why clear quartz was used for the third eye was supposed to be clarity of sight, which I totally get that. I totally understand. I just like, I'm not used to it. It's like not what I normally see or what I normally prefer to use, but I really like these stones and they're perfect for on the go, so I keep them in my travel altar. The next thing I have in my travel altar is my little spell book. I don't know if I'm gonna actually write spells in here. I kind of want to write just like favorite quotes, like inspirational quotes and like magical verses. I was originally going to sell this book, and then it never sold, and then I always loved it, and my mom said that the cover, like this little dragon right here, excuse me, this little painting looks like a dragon right here, and so ever since she said that, I kind of couldn't like shake it from my mind, and I'm so surprised that no one bought this, because like this was one of like the best books in my opinion that I've made. So when no one bought it, I was like really surprised, because like it's so pretty and I absolutely love this thing. So I decided to keep it for myself, and I now keep it in my travel altar. So the next thing I have in my travel altar is going to be my travel wand. Now this is a pretty small wand. It's like just big enough for the palm of my hand. And I got this in a package from Clever Kim's Curious, and I really love this. There's like some sort of coating on the edge, and there's like an actual starfish too, which is really unique. So I find that really rad. But yeah, it's just for, you know, directing energy, for spell casting, for circle casting, for healing, just kind of whatever's going on in the you know, the situation. The next thing I have would be this little pouch here, and inside of here are my runes. These are my travel runes though. I have many rune sets, but I choose to keep this one with me when I go out. Now these ones are just a bunch of like wood, like logs with the runes burned onto them. I really like these. They're, I dropped one. They have a really earthy feel to them, and I like that they're not like ceramic or man-made material. They're made out of wood, because I find that for runes, they work best when they're like made out of something natural. So like crystal or wood or even metal, you know? I know that sounds kind of like strange. I don't know if you've ever seen a metal rune set. I haven't, but I feel like it would be a very earthy thing to do, rather than having it made out of like ceramic. It's like a naturally occurring substance is nice to have a rune set made out of. I find that they work better that way. That's just me and my experience. So we are almost done here, but I have the next thing for you, which is a little box. And this was sent to me by one of you guys too. I absolutely love this little box. I call it my earth box. And I just, hopefully nothing falls out, but I have all my little like nature stuff. Did I say earth box? I think I meant to say nature box. But right now I have a little charm jar in there, I have a seashell, I have some Palo Santo wood, some sage, and lavender, I think is what's in here right now. But I'll usually just like stick herbs in here or whatever I plan to use in a ritual if I like am coming outside with the intention of doing a ritual. And if I'm doing a particular ritual, then I will choose to use the herbs and stuff accordingly and just stick it right in here. And the last part of this travel altar is this little box right here. And some of you guys might recognize this if you've been a long-time viewer of mine. But this was actually used to be my travel altar, and I used to have everything in here, but now I have everything in this book. So this is just kind of what's left of it. It's kind of a mess in here. It usually happens, I organize it before I like close it up, but usually every time it's like always fucked up when I open it. But basically these have like little tiles. So this is like to represent the god, and then this one's to represent the goddess, and then we have one to represent spirit, and then we have one for earth, and we have one for water, and we have one for air, and we have one for fire. So those are all my tiles. And then I have a little copper spiral that is great for conducting magical energy. I have a little tiny clear, like little tiny mini travel crystal ball, though it's just a little marble, so it's not too exciting, but it's still fun nevertheless. I also have this little eye. It's really small, but I use this to keep out evil intentions and evil eyes. And then I have some little trinkets to represent my spirit animal. So I have a little hummingbird, and then I also have an orca. Can you see it? So yeah, that's pretty much my travel altar. When I travel with my travel altar, not all of these items are taken with me. Usually most of them are though. Sometimes I'll occasionally take out my runes and my like chakra crystals to bring supplies for like ritual instead. And I just very recently added the tray. So I kind of had to like move things around to like make room for it to actually fit in here, because it didn't fit when I first like started to try and put it in here. But now they all fit together and it's pretty awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you guys maybe decide what you want to put in a travel altar. And remember, for those of you guys who are in the broom closet, having a travel altar is a great alternative to having a physical altar that's out. Especially if your parents maybe don't want you practicing in the house, you can keep a travel altar with you. Especially in a little hideaway book like this, it's perfect because most people aren't going to know that it's a travel altar, especially if it's in like your book bag, if you still go to school or something like that. And I know that if I was in that situation, I would like want to walk home and like do little rituals before I got home, you know, like only like 10-15 minutes, like not like super elaborate hour-long like rituals, just something very simple for a beginner to start out with. They're great for people who are in the broom closet to have little travel altars that they can either keep under their bed or keep in their backpack or really do whatever they want with. But also something that kind of like goes with this travel altar if you see the cover of it, I actually recently got a book from my sister that matched it because she bought me this travel altar, like the box for it, and she bought me a matching book. So now I have this little journal that like matches it. So it's like my field book of shadows that I write in, because sometimes I don't always take my book of shadows with me outside because it is very much so, my book of shadows is very antique and it is handmade, so it does get worn down, and trying to keep it as in pristine of condition as possible because I do open it and I use it a lot, so it is going to get worn down pretty quickly, I think. So that's why sometimes it's good to come out with this instead, so I can just write down in here what I did or my experience, so I can put it into my book of shadows later, because that tends to work best. I mean, I do have my book of shadows with me right now, but I don't normally like go out of my way to pack it up with me when I do travel. That's why having a travel book of shadows that matches my travel altar is like fucking perfect. So check it out one more time. I'll show you guys one more time. Makes me so happy that they match each other. Like, why do they match each other? But it makes me so happy, so it works, and that's all that matters, right? It's all that matters. So I'm just gonna get this all back in here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I'm like packing up my bag while I'm talking to you guys. It's kind of strange, but I really do love these nature videos, and I've been like trying to challenge myself more to get out of the house and come out here to film nature videos, just because like it's so much greener out here now. Not only that, but like every time I come up here I like to pick up trash just because people are just disgusting pretty much, and I won't go into that much, but I like coming up here too because now that the weather's getting better, I'm hoping that I'll be able to come up here more often because I really do enjoy coming up here. I love coming out here. And leave a like on the video if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, especially like out in nature is kind of like what I'm referring to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned a little bit and maybe got some inspiration for your travel altar. And if you have any questions or comments about where I may have got these items or how I made the items or whatever, please leave them in the comment section down below, because I would love to help you guys out and answer what questions you guys have. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for choosing to spend some of your day with me today. It really means the world to me because I couldn't be doing these videos without you clicking and liking and subscribing and commenting and sharing my videos as much as you guys do. So much love to all of you, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. But until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky little hatchlings. Blessed be and